Hi everyone, welcome to Mala's Verse. Welcome if you're new here, welcome if you have been here before. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. And today's video is going to be a collective reading about the energies around your personal connections or your professional connection and your professional connections as well. So before we dive into the reading, please take a few deep breaths and breathe out through your mouth. Relax into this moment. All right. So before I go into the cards, let me just read out what messages I had received while connecting with the collective. We have here, those around you may not be at the same page as you are. Yes, it is often the case, but you need to be in allowance of this more than ever before, as we are amidst massive shifts in consciousness right now. Even if you force them to, unless the person is in a state of receiving what they have asked for, they may not be able to get you or understand your perspective at this point in time. You need to distance yourself energetically from this idea of being a savior at the cost of your own well-being, because even you are not able to move ahead as you get stuck in the moment trying to convince them or convince those around you about the possibilities available for their freedom. You may wish to coax them or cajole them into consciousness, but if their vibration is itself not matching the frequency of the freedom they so crave, you cannot put or push them at that frequency, as it will always create a getting zapped effect for everyone involved and induce more disharmony than before. Only lead by example by focusing your energy quite deliberately towards your own goals or wishes. It is going to make them aware of the higher vibration that is available around them, should they choose to experience that in their own life. Thereafter, the movement forward is entirely dependent on them. The best gift you can present anyone with is allowing them to be their whole entire self as you be your whole entire self. So that was a powerful message. And what we have here is, in the cards we have here Page of Pentacles as the overall energy around you, around your connections, and Queen of Pentacles representing the energy around your personal connections. The Ten of Pentacles is representing the energy around your professional connections. So when I look at the Page of Pentacles, overall what I'm perceiving is that in all your connections right now, the energy might be people are focused on their stability, their finances, getting the bag one, or some are not some, I do perceive the pentacles, many of them are mostly focused in their work area or in the career or around money more than anything else. And some of them might be starting a new journey as well in their career, or especially around education of some sort, that can help them have better finances, or not just finances, but I feel like this is about commitment and promises also, in some way shape or form, committing to things, promising to themselves. Or I would say with the messages also that came through just now, I mean the one that I was reading out, that these could be energies prompting people around you to commit to their own desires more, their own wishes more, and explore their own capacities, their own natural gifts, the gifts that they were born with. Now, with the Queen of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles, I mean, in general, also with the Page of Pentacles, what I was receiving is that everyone is actually bothered only about themselves right now. Like, they are very consumed in their own lives. And I'm not saying this in a mean way. It's just that, energies are such that everyone is focused on their targets and goals a lot right now. And with the Queen of Pentacles, what I'm receiving is that, you might be within the personal connection dynamics, you might be experiencing something between your self and your own mom, or someone you look at as a mom, or this could be you and your child as well, for some of you, whoever, apply only what is true for you. Anyway, the point here is that I do perceive that there's some sort of help being asked, or you feel that you can help these people around you, especially in your personal connections, but they're least bothered about the suggestions coming their way or the advice coming their way. I do feel like, even if you look at the Queen of Pentacles here, she's very happy in her situation. The way she's sitting also, she's relaxed about the pentacle, yet there might be an energy of wanting more, or maybe they're just saying these words and they don't mean it. That's also one scenario that is possible. Again, as I mentioned, only apply what is true for your situation. But regardless of what situation is, the strongest energy that's coming through is that whatever advice, whatever research, or whatever gift in the form of information you're trying to give to this person or these people in your personal connections, it's falling on deaf ears is what I'm receiving, because we do have Two of Pentacles clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. So with the Two of Pentacles, especially the pentacles being shown as white and red in this card, what I'm receiving is you are providing spiritual or spirit based sorry, energy based solutions. And with the red one, you're probably even providing insights or tools or knowledge that are very practical as well, but it's just not working out. It's like you're sweating it out. It's like probably some of you are researching these solutions for those around you, and even if you are going to them with these solutions, they're least bothered. They are not interested in listening to you because they're very much in their own comfort zone as well, and not so ready to receive, as had come through in the messages that I just read. And the solution, I wouldn't say the solution, but the advice that's coming through from source here or your higher self here is the Death card, and that's just such a powerful energy. With the Death card here, I do perceive that first of all, you need, like how it came in the reading, I mean in the message as well, you might have to stop doing this. You might have to stop enforcing solutions on this person if you're doing so in some way, shape, or form, or just suggesting them also. You might have to stop, because with the Death card, what I'm receiving is that they too are going through a deep transformation, or they're at the beginning stages or in the middle of some deep transformation. So when they hit that point, there is nothing. So like you've fallen down so deep that there is no way but up. So some sort of powerful transformation needs to get triggered within their reality, so that they choose more consciousness, they choose more for themselves. Because we do have, especially with the Death card, the way it's represented here, it's so there's a prominent red color. So that's what if when their sense of security is getting triggered in some way, shape, or form, that is going to lead them to get out of their comfort zone and listen especially to their heart center. What is it they truly want to nurture and nourish? Because I do perceive that that's where you're wanting them to focus, and that's where you are as a person trying to guide their attention towards as a loved one. But they might not be as bothered about it. They might actually think that they are doing very well. But with the Death card, and it's not just death, it says death, rebirth. So there's a rebirth energy here, a resurrection sort of an energy here, which will take place and prompt them towards the right direction for their own journey. So you will have to withdraw, as was coming in the messages also. Withdraw, especially energetically, trying to save this person. Just be there for them as a rock, for sure. Whenever they require help, definitely help them. But you need to stop initiating right now, because this, I do perceive with the Death card, there is some sort of initiation happening for these individuals or a specific individual in your life, for sure. Now, moving to your professional connections, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and the clarifier here is the Seven of Cups. And I want to take these cards together, because with the Ten of Pentacles, I am receiving multiple messages here. So some of you might be having a, yeah, for some of you, I do perceive that you might be looking at your professional life, and especially the connections in your professional life, and how there is a sense of community that's surfacing up in some way, shape, or form. But I do perceive this to be for a very small percentage. The majority of the things that I'm receiving here is, you may see these people in your own career, like your competitors, or even just your colleagues, having a very happy, joyous life, or things working out for them in lot many ways. But what's happening is, it's confusing you with the Seven of Cups here. It's like, which cup do I choose? Where do I go? Will this will this cup create this 10 of pentacles for me, etc., etc. And we have the bat wing coming out here, and also the snake. So yesterday, or I think a day or two before, I was watching this reel on Instagram randomly, and a bat was screaming, and their ultrasonic waves, I think that is how their voice is. It's very ultrasonic, and it has a lot of power. Please do correct me if I'm wrong, but it certainly has some potential. And their voice itself was blurring or shaking the camera, so it's like they have the potential to blur the images or blur the video in some way, shape, or form with their voice. So what I'm perceiving is that many of these people, which you some of them or many of them that you may be assuming are living very happy lives, must be just creating a facade here, right? They might be just blurring your vision in some way, shape, or form, or it's probably not as everything that shines is not gold. Essentially, that's the energy I'm receiving. So maybe things are not so hunky-dory or not so happy-go-lucky here, which you might be thinking by looking at everything from the outside. I'm also receiving that for in another scenario, that if some people have been succeeding a lot, or they have reached a certain point that you want to reach, or they reach quickly, one thing you need to know is that in some way, shape, or form, these people have had support, like in the physical reality, like people or connections or networks in some way, shape, or form have worked a lot for them. And you are supposed to take a more lonesome pathway. A lonesome pathway is taken by someone who is a leader, because we do have the hermit also at the bottom of the deck. And not just that, it's because, well, I'll get why as well. It's just you, or something that only you are creating, and you haven't found the people yet. Anyway, the other thing is, wherever they are receiving the support from, they have a lot of loyalty, because that's what I'm receiving from the dog as well. I wonder if some of them have, it's just that it's a lot of it's plenty of stories that's coming through. And what essentially is coming through is that you might be trying to apply some one strategy or the other to create success for yourself in your profession. But what you need to realize is, in these professional connections, is that you may not be aware of how many things may have worked out for these people, because probably they have people from their own family or in their known circle in the industry already, people who have some sort of support. They need to give it to these people, right? There could be n number of scenarios, but what you need to realize is there are a lot of things at work here than you realize. So yeah, another message that was coming through is you don't have to take everything on your own, because yeah, I said that you are a person who is a leader, who has to take the first step forward. But in any way, shape, or form, if you are a person who's hyper independent, you need to realize that teamwork makes the dream work. So the more you realize it, and then the more you are open to receiving team energy, or people or energies working out for you. Because what's coming through mostly is that, as I had taken a clarifier as to who is going to support you more, like currently, is it like people around you, or is it just people in general, or is it your spirit team? And we have the Tower card for people around you, and the Temperance card for the spirit team. So that in itself tells me you need to connect and ask the universe, your spirit team, for guidance and for support a lot more. Ask your archangels to work with you, to create ease for you, to bring you information wherever it is required, to bring you information about when you need to relax, what do you need to research, what do you need to eat, stuff like that. You could ask n number of questions and relax and receive the answer that is the truest for you, right? The answer. Nobody else can give you the answer for your own life, or for anything else. The best, right? So just remember that you always know what's best for you, because you know yourself the best, you know your situation the best. And anyway, the advice here is not to get confused with a whole lot of things that are happening around your colleagues or professional life, because it's an orchestrated web, but more so like, even a spider's web that is created so meticulously with a lot of patience, a lot of intelligence, right? And it's a very well knit web. So I do perceive that if you are getting confused by, it's like confusing your first chapter with someone's seventh, eighth, or 10th chapter. That's the energy I'm receiving. So don't confuse yourself like that. And the advice coming here is the Magician card, which is literally your thoughts manifest. You will create what you think about or where your focus is. So focus more on what your own strengths are at this point in time. Another thing that is coming through is also that we have the Hermit at the bottom of the deck, right? And we have the Ten of Pentacles here. And my attention was time and again going to these lamps here. And that is why I wanted to say, like, comparing your first or second chapter with someone's 10th or ninth chapter. And with these lamps here, what I'm receiving is many people have gone through this similar, rite of passage that you are going through, and they have seen trials and tribulations. So 10 is an ending number, right? It's the ending and beginning, a beginning of a new chapter. So in that sense, you may not realize that many people who have reached this place, they too have gone through a lot of trials and tribulations. They have gone through maybe similar sorts of issues that you are going through right now. And so don't try to fast forward it thinking that they did it overnight or they did it quickly. They may have taken more years than you may have realized, right? Because not everyone tells their entire story A to Z to everybody. You may not know what they have gone through. So it's like, again, tapping into your inner wisdom, because many of them around you certainly have done that with the Hermit card. And here, especially with the Temperance card coming through for support from your spirit team, from your archangels, from your team in the non-physical, tapping into your inner self more and more so that you connect and deepen your bond with your spirit team, because they are going to help you manifest what you really want to, specifically give you light and show you the pathway as to what is true for you. Connect with your higher self as well, because that's going to help you manifest what you really want. At this point also, you are sort of manifesting the confusion, because you're thinking, oh, okay, this person did it this way, so they have this kind of a success. This person did it this way, so they have this kind of loyalty or support for them. It's a lot of confusion of different stories cooking up in your mind right now, and you're trying to dabble into all of them and create a solution of your own, which is great to experiment and gain knowledge, but at this point it's not working. And in fact, your own mindset of, okay, I'm getting confused, is creating more confusion, because you're focusing on the fact that you're confused more, right? So that's doubling down on that energy. So right now, go deep within. People around you may not be able to give you the answer that you require, especially work wise. And with the Temperance card, connect with your spirit team. There's definitely a lot of messages coming through, with Ace of Wands and Eight of Wands being at the bottom of the deck. I do perceive that some of you, if you are drawn towards candle magic, that's going to be very helpful in connecting with your spirit guides, or even just looking at a flame and meditating. As long as you want to start with 5 minutes, start with 2 minutes, and then build up your time period. But certainly the major, I mean, like, I don't know why I'm trying time and again getting this awareness that you need to remind yourself that you have to connect with your inner wisdom. There is a your inner world is a plenty of knowledge and wisdom that's going to help you move out of this Seven of Cups and help you have more clarity for sure, and be the miraculous manifester that you are. And connecting that clarity, or receiving that clarity by connecting with your spirit guides, is going to help you a lot. All right, so the last thing I'm going to do is pull one card or a few cards from this deck as a thought prompt for the collective. We have, wow, this was at the bottom of the deck, and even though I shuffled, I got the same card. Yeah, see, this does represent the Seven of Cups very well. Is it intuition or is it emotional overwhelm? I would say in both cases, even in your personal connections, if you're trying to be the savior, and it's not working out for you? Is it really your intuition telling you that you need to help them, or is it an emotional overwhelm? So keep cleansing your energy. And also, when it comes to the Seven of Cups in your workspace as well, is it really intuition telling you to try this out or try that out, or is it emotional overwhelm of what is working, what's not working? Okay, I tried this didn't work, let me try this, but this is working only halfway, so what do I do? That overwhelm. Clear your energy, connect with your guides, connect with your higher self, ground yourself, and you will have a better grasp of your intuition. The next question is not a question, it's actually an encouragement. You woke up, you showed up, you are doing great. That is more than enough. And I specifically feel like this is associated with your work here, like, comparing your first chapter with someone's 10th chapter energy. Like, you might be comparing that success energy essentially, or what have you achieved. But remind yourself that you have woken up, you have been consistent, you have been showing up, and you are a rock star for that. That is more than enough. Yeah. All right. Anything else? Right. Choose your battles wisely, tap into your intuition. All right, so I will leave it at that. I hope that this was helpful for you guys in some way, shape, or form. Thank you so much for joining, and do share your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope to see you in future readings. Bye bye. Thank you.